and get started at least with some introductions. I want to thank you all for joining us today as we are doing our first ever culinary experience through World Denver. I want to especially thank Jay from our Young Professionals Board and give a shout out to the Young Professionals. This is an important program for World Denver, one that is a lifeline for our organization. It's an excellent opportunity for people in their 20s and 30s to meet with, network, and get involved with other internationally minded young professionals in the Denver area. And even as we are social distancing, we're still trying to find ways to get people together and finding ways to keep ourselves globally connected, including being connected through food and through the virtual space with Montego Bay this afternoon for our cooking demonstration. Like I said, I want to give a shout out to Jay from Just Chill International for putting this event together. I also want to thank Chef Jerome O'Connor, who's a renowned Jamaican chef whose culinary creations have been enjoyed by celebrities and dignitaries all across the world. We also are happy to be joined this evening by Lamoya Johnson-Mullings, who is both an educator and a food vlogger, who's going to be moderating as we cook this evening. So I hope everyone's got their ingredients all together. And I especially want to remind you all, encourage you all to get involved with the Young Professionals program. If you are already a member, great. If you're not yet, then please join us. We've just kind of reintroduced our special $50 membership for young professionals. We've also this year encouraged all new recent graduates of high school, college, and graduate school as a recognition of their achievements, free complimentary membership in World Denver. And by reaching out to Talia Reynolds, Talia at worlddenver.org, you can become a member. So welcome all of our audience here on Zoom, as well as our audience watching on Facebook Live here and across the world. I'm going to hand things over now to Jay and Just Chill International. Jay, take it away.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Javian, as John has mentioned. Thank you very much, John. Known more as Jay Blake. As the president and CEO of Just Chill International and its subsidiaries, I would like to wholeheartedly welcome you to the Jamaican culinary experience, brought to you live from the land of wood and water, known most emphatically as Jamaica, the land we all love. It is such a with such great gratitude and pleasure that we get the chance to input into your life some peace, joy, serenity, fun, positivity, and most importantly, a delicious treat to your taste buds. As a mission, Just International has established the goal of creating bridges where the treasures of the Global South and the Rocky Mountains, bridges where the treasures of the Global South and the Rocky Mountain regions of the United States can flow and exchange effortlessly, forming stronger and unbreakable bonds. We encapsulate our vision within our mission statement, which reads, to savor the riches of the Global South, all while making an impact locally. We have been gaining attention in the marketplace as a pioneer for the introduction of breadfruit throughout the entire region, as we are the first Denver, Colorado-based company to promote and commercially produce breadfruit chips in the history of the Rocky Mountains. Today, we would like to introduce to you another such riches that exists within the borders of Jamaica, where visitors from all over the world have come to expect and love, which is the dynamic and talented Jamaican people. Tropical vibes complete with captivating smiles and mesmerizing landscapes, which you're witnessing right now in the background. And ever-expanding Jamaican cuisine. The culinary experience should fulfill your deepest desires of travel without leaving the comfort of your own kitchen, where several of us will be cooking along further experience the taste of the island. However, for others who are simply here to spectate, we are sure you will be in for a treat yourself. As a corporation, we subscribe to the principle to satisfy our shareholders as well as our stakeholders. Thus, we are developing guiding principles that ensure adherence to the triple bottom line business philosophy, which considers people, planet, and profit. In short, you are witnessing a local community-led initiative as what you're going to be witnessing through this culinary experience, led to leverage the natural resources present to create value while satisfying the needs of the local serving you, the viewers and active participants. So please join in congratulating the very locals who worked tirelessly in making this virtual culinary experience possible, and consider the current environment within which the wonderful cultural exchange is happening. We thank the World Denver for facilitating this virtual experience. However, be notified that Just Chill Food Hut will be available on site to offer similar such dining experience in real time, starting our operation in the winter season of 2020-2021. Without any further ado, without any further delay, without especially knowing your anticipation, excitement, and mouth-watering need to bite into the regular chicken breast, after the finished meal is presented and tasted by those on site, we will convene and open the floor for questions and answers. I now turn you over to the team on the ground in Montego Bay, Jamaica, as Jerome and Lamaya Johnson Mullins will guide you through this section of the Jamaican culinary experience. Let us learn some more about the chefs from our chefs of the evening. Thank you very much. Goodbye for now.
Hello.
Hi everyone, welcome.
Pleasant afternoon, everyone. Hope you guys are doing great.
Welcome to Montego Bay, Jamaica. We are here in the beautiful parish of St. James, and we'll be preparing something really good for you. We'll be doing a reggae breast, and we have Chef Jerome who will be taking us step by step with everything. So we're about to begin. So I'm sure you have all your ingredients. I'm pretty sure you have what you need to prepare this meal.
Okay.
And the first thing we want to prepare, so go ahead.
Okay, well, the first thing we do, we have our chicken breast here, which is already washed and prepared. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna slice our chicken breast first on an accurate position. So put it on the back side and the outside of it. Slice it like this first.
So you're going to slice your chicken breast.
Right. Open it. I give it 2 slices.
Okay.
Or it's more, easier to prepare at a quicker time, and it's easier to marinate also.
Right. So you're going to ensure that your chicken breast is really flat. So you're going to make a few slices, and that's what we're doing with our chicken breast at this time.
Same procedure. Slice, open. That's 2.
So we're putting in, and basically what we're doing, so we're preparing our chicken breast, right?
That's right.
So that we can add our rub, so that we can marinate our chicken, and that is very important.
Right.
So
and we do it like this to get more
seasoning
yes.
and more of the.
It's wider for you to wrap it.
Right.
You know, to
so
stuff it.
Better.
Yes, for the stuffing.
Right. And that's what we're doing. So that's the first step. Ensure that your chicken is washed. Ensure it is washed with your vinegar. That is really good,
yes.
right, Chef?
Oh yes, definitely.
So we're washing with vinegar and water. Ensure that it is well ready to take.
So what we have here now, that's our sliced chicken breast. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna add some
seasoning, powdered seasoning. So we have our.
This is a wet rub.
Yes.
It's called a wet rub. It's made from garlic, onion, scallion, some thyme, some chopped cilantro, but unfortunately we didn't get any cilantro today, so I use a little basil.
Yeah, that works.
And I said thyme already, and I said olive oil, I said some vinegar.
Right.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna use this now to marinate our chicken breast.
So that's the first thing that you're going to do. Add your wet rub to your chicken all over.
And this is freshly blended.
Freshly blended.
So I'm gonna massage it in just like this.
Yes. Nice.
Just like that.
If you have a bowl at home,
you can also do it in the bowl.
Or to slow down. Again? Okay. So people, I'm sorry about that. So the first thing that you want to do, so you're going to cut your chicken breast in about 3. So you need it as thin as possible.
Right.
And what you're going to do, you're going to put this in a bowl and you're going to add your dry or your wet rub rather. And with your wet rub, what you need is some seasoning. So you need like your garlic, your onion, your scallion, your thyme. If you have cilantro, if you have basil, awesome. You can go ahead with that. So what you want to do is to make a wet rub, and with your wet rub, you add a little olive oil and a little bit of vinegar, and that's what we did. So we're basically rubbing our chicken breast for it to marinate for about 5 to 7 minutes thereabouts. It'll be good.
Right, and that's the only thing we use in our wet rub, but the only season we use is salt and pepper.
Oh, okay.
You know, salt and pepper is the only season that we have. So we're gonna use I just want to add a little bit of salt.
So we're adding a little bit of salt.
A pinch of salt and a pinch of black pepper.
And there you go. So what you do is to prepare your wet rub, and we added salt and black pepper. So that is our dry seasoning or powdered seasoning.
More pimento fruit also. Extra spice and flavor.
So you can use what you have. You can use your favorites. Right, guys? At home, use what you have because we're just cooking and we're enjoying the kitchen.
Okay.
So after you add your seasoning, you're going to allow that to marinate for a few minutes. 5 to 7 minutes is good for marinating. And this is chicken breast. It is easy to prepare.
Yes.
Pretty easy. 5 minutes to 7 minutes and you are good to go. So we're basically done with our first step, and that is preparing our chicken breast. Okay. Now the second thing that we want to do now is to prepare our stuffing. And what we went ahead and what we did was to prepare our callaloo. Now, if you don't have callaloo at home, what you can use is spinach. That is a good choice, a good option for you. And what you want to do is just to cook up this for a few minutes. You don't want it too soft, so you steam it for a few minutes, and then that's it. What did you add to it?
We steam it al dente, just a little salt and pepper.
Yes, just a little
salt, olive oil, and a little salt and pepper.
And that's it. Awesome.
So
that is what we have for our.
What we're gonna add to our stuffing now, we're gonna add a little panko breadcrumbs, which is like about 2 teaspoons, and we're gonna add some bell pepper, which is the red, yellow, and green bell pepper. This is for extra. This is for extra flavor and color.
Nice flavor. So that's what we're preparing our stuffing. Okay. So we have. So what you need, as we said, if you don't have callaloo, because we're using callaloo, if you don't have callaloo, what you want to use is your spinach. So with your spinach, we added a few breadcrumbs, and we're using about 2 tablespoons of breadcrumbs with some bell peppers. And we have red, green, and gold or yellow.
Yes. So and finally, we're gonna add our goat cheese.
Yes, and we're using our goat cheese.
All right. So it's like about 4 teaspoons of goat cheese.
So we have about 4 teaspoons of goat cheese, and that is what you need for your.
Then we're gonna for your stuffing, and then we're gonna combine everything together, just like this.
This looks good.
Combine all the cheese.
Yes.
Goat cheese with the callaloo. And your bell peppers. It's already steamed with salt and pepper and olive oil, so you know it's all the flavor that you need.
Right.
And of course, we're gonna use a little basil. We didn't get any fresh basil, so we're gonna use some.
So you're going to add a little basil to that mixture, and this is all. We're trying to add the flavor and giving our rub or stuffing rather, a nice flavor, right? So to our rub, so for our stuffing rather, we have our callaloo, we have our goat cheese, we have a little basil, and we have our bell peppers, and that's basically
the panko breadcrumbs for binding.
Yes, and our breadcrumbs. I did leave that out. So that is all that you need for your stuffing.
Okay.
Yes.
So now we're gonna do our stuffing.
So yes, people, we're now going to stuff our chicken breast.
And this is one of the most exciting part of it.
Yes.
Okay. So what you're gonna do, we're gonna take like about a spoon, like a spoon like this of stuffing. You're gonna place it right in the middle of it. Make sure your hands are clean, as usual.
Of course.
Then you're gonna fold from this end like that. I turn it around so you guys can see. And you're gonna fold.
And you roll.
Fold and
That's
roll.
basically it. Nice.
This one. Again.
So you see, people, this is a very quick and easy recipe.
It's very quick and easy.
Very easy.
Nice,
So
delicious.
after you prepare your stuffing, you're just going to ensure put a small amount in the middle,
Right.
and what you want to do is
Roll
just
and
roll
fold.
and fold. That's
Roll
a
and
good
fold.
idea.
Roll
Roll
and fold.
and fold.
Just like that.
Yes.
I have a question. Do we chop the bell peppers finely?
What we usually do, we usually julienne it.
Yes.
Very thin. Yeah.
So we julienne our bell peppers.
Right.
And I think it's probably up to your liking also. It can be up to your liking.
Right.
So really depends on you.
Stuffed chicken breast can done with any kind of
Yeah,
vegetable that you need. I mean,
it's really up to you.
you have choices of cheese that you can also use.
Right. So it doesn't have
Sometimes
to
we
be
use
goat cheese.
cream cheese. Sometimes we use goat cheese. Some people might like the flavor of cheddar cheese.
Right.
You know? And when you're folding, always make sure the chicken is on the outside.
Right.
So the inside part of the chicken breast must always be inside.
Right.
So one more.
And what you also want to note is that your cheese should be at room temperature. So it should not be, it is easy to manipulate. It's easier to use. So you use your cheese at room temperature. So it is soft.
Easily
right?
spread.
Easily to spread. Yeah.
This is our last one.
Yes. So wait, what are we doing, people? We are rolling, roll and fold.
Roll and fold.
Roll and fold.
Okay. So we can get this out of our way. This out of our way. So what we're gonna do now is
The wash for.
right. We're gonna do a breading for the
Right.
breadcrumbs. I mean, sometimes we can do it plain without the breadcrumbs, but I like to use panko breadcrumbs for a little crust on the outside.
Right. Sounds good.
Yes. So that's what we're gonna do right now. So it's a little egg wash here.
Yes.
And it's one egg with about an ounce of water. Yeah, just get that in the kitchen for me, please. So we're gonna do an egg wash here now, and we're gonna do our breading process for stuffed chicken breast.
So do we have a question?
No, we
No,
combine
basically
the panko breadcrumbs with the color with the stuffing. But we're gonna also use the panko breadcrumbs for
the crust,
as a breading for the crust. Yeah. So what we have here is one egg
wash
with about an ounce of water. And we're gonna whisk together. Just simple and just like that, easy. So for the we need that we bring in the bowl for the yes. Okay, we're gonna do a stuffing. We're gonna do a breading now, right? Usually we use a little flour first. So we do like a breading process. We do flour, then egg wash, then the breadcrumb.
Right.
But we don't have to use a flour.
Right, because we have our breadcrumb, which is a good substitute.
So you're gonna pour the breadcrumb.
Okay, so we're going to add our breadcrumbs to our bowl.
Half of that portion.
Right.
Okay. So we're gonna just dip the egg, the stuffed chicken breast in the egg wash, just like that. Just like that.
Roll it, ensure it is fully coated with the egg.
We're
And
gonna
you're going
just
to dip it right
put it
into
right
your
inside your breadcrumb.
Yes.
You don't have to put your hand inside. You can just roll it like this over. Just like that. You have a coated bread for the chicken breast. Just like that. And the same procedure goes on and on. Just like that.
I'm hoping we're all clear. I'm hoping that we, yes? All right. Oh, because we have persons actually preparing with us.
Okay.
All right, so let's go. So you can continue while I just tell them what to do.
Okay.
So the first step that we want to do, the first thing that you want to do is to prepare your chicken breast by cutting your chicken breast. Now, what you do is to prepare a wet rub, and for your wet rub, what we created, we had our onion or garlic or scallion or thyme, a little basil, a little cilantro, and we added a little olive oil with some water, and that is all that we had for our wet rub. Now what you want to use that is to use it as a marinade, right? And you're going to just coat your chicken breast, right, inside and outside. You're going to rub your marinade all over, and after, what you want to do is to allow it to sit for about 5 to 7 minutes before you start with your stuffing. Now for our stuffing, what we have our callaloo, and to our callaloo we added some bell peppers, right?
That's
So our bell peppers, we had a little basil, and we also added our goat cheese, and we added our breadcrumbs, so that will fit for our filling. I'm hoping we're on it. I'm hoping we are there.
And we're our breaded, sorry.
Yes, if so there's a question about toothpick. If you want to hold your chicken breast with toothpick, go ahead. You can always do that. Another question.
Is the recipe the person who created the recipe? How did it come by?
Well, I actually always created recipes and other dishes. You know, and I gravitate from different, like for instance, if I look in a book and I see a recipe, I always twist it and gravitate from that. But this is my own creation. The stuffed chicken breast with the callaloo and the goat cheese.
Yes. Is there any other question as it relates to the step? Are we clear? So for our breading, what we did is just breadcrumbs, and we did a egg wash. Now for our egg wash, what we did was to add one egg with a little bit of water. We whisk that together, and what you need to do is to just pour. You need to dip or to rub or coat your chicken breast into that rub, into that egg wash, and then you're going to dip it into your breadcrumbs, and it should be looking like this. And the method of preparation that we'll be using is frying. So we'll be using the frying method,
which is a quicker method. It can also be baked.
It can be baked.
Yeah. It can also be broiled, because the chicken breast is very easy
to prepare. Yes. So that is all you need, and I hope we're all at this step where we're going to fry our chicken breast.
Then we're gonna come back and make our sauce.
Right. So in the meantime, we're going to I'll be telling you a little bit about myself. You get to know me a little bit while Chef go inside just to fry for about 5 to 7 minutes, and he'll be back to prepare the sauce.
All right, enjoy.
All right.
Get this. Yes.
Yes.
Separate. All right, no. I have another one. Yeah. No, all of them. No, I have another one. Yeah. So then faster. Awesome. Yeah, I want to know. All right. Yeah.
guys. Joining the fun. Oh, we're good. We're hearing everybody now. So we're good. All right. So I was saying that during this quarantine period, what I did, I started a YouTube channel, and I was able to expand my cooking skills because what I did, I major in food nutrition and health. So all of this is what I do, right? So I decided that I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I went ahead and I did that, and I'm here today. We're expanding our borders. I'm all the way in Montego Bay, joining Just Chill Restaurant to prepare our lovely reggae chicken breast for you. Why I started, persons might ask why I started cooking, and as I said, I was inspired or during the whole quarantine period. And a little story for you: while I was in high school, my food and nutrition teacher encouraged this profession, and I'm like, why not? We eat every day, and it is good to eat and know what you eat and how it is prepared, because at times we go to different restaurants and we don't know what we're ordering, how it is prepared. So if you can prepare yourself a wonderful meal, all the better. If there's any questions, you can let me know. Questions? No questions? Okay, so persons are asking, where can you find me? So you can find me on Instagram at Moya_Moy. You can find me on Facebook at Lamoya Johnson. And of course, I know that we have quite a few persons on our live, and we have quite a few persons there on our Zoom meeting. And I want you all to head over to YouTube, and you're going to search for Moya Moy's Kitchen on YouTube, and you're going to subscribe. And I have some really lovely meals happening over there. And of course, I'm going to prepare our reggae breast. I think that will be my next recipe that I'll be putting. I'll be taking our chef Jerome's recipe into Moya Moy's Kitchen. So you can find me on YouTube. I hope all the steps are clear. I hope we're all at the frying of our chicken breast. I am hoping that. Yes.
Is there a recommended alternative if we are prepared to fry the chicken?
As we mentioned before, you can bake it. So if you don't want to fry it, because a lot of us we're trying to stay away from too much oil. So if you want to bake it, that is our next option, just that it might take a little bit longer if you're going to bake it. So while frying can take like 5 to 7 minutes, baking can take up to 10, 15 minutes, depending on how much you want it. But the chicken breast, it is one of the easiest parts of the chicken to be prepared. Yes. Any other questions? What do I love about Jamaica? I mean, there's no better place than being here in Jamaica. I love how free we are as a people. I love that we're able to go over. Like, I mean, you don't have this in Denver. I'm assuming that you cannot be looking at the seaside like this in Denver. And it's a beautiful country if you want to learn about different aspects of the sea or the different beaches. That's a good location for great hotels. Jamaica is known for their beaches and their hotels. It's a good vacay area. Our people, I mean, you can't get it any better. If we're going to smile with you, we're going to smile with you for real, like in real life. If we're going to enjoy your company, if we're going to have fun, if you're going to go parties, it doesn't matter. Like, Jamaica is a place to be. So if you come to Jamaica, if you visit Jamaica, you should, because you can link me up and I'll take you around Jamaica, because we have 14 wonderful parishes, and each parish promise to give you something different, something. It has a whole vibe, like it's all buzzy and stuff, okay? Jamaica has a buzz. It has a buzz. It has a buzz. It has a buzz. Any other questions?
Okay, I have a question.
Go ahead.
When did you realize that your cooking talent has significant market value?
All right, so for that question, I remember, like, I usually cook and post it on social media, and persons were encouraging, and I would have my friends tasting what I have, and persons were like, you know, saying if you sell it or you should be putting it out on the market. And for my first video that I added on YouTube was a cheesecake. And without even thinking that, oh, I think a person should order, I got a few orders, and then I put a bread pudding, and I got a few orders from that. So that's when I realized that, oh, you can actually turn this into a whole business. Like, you don't have to do the most. You just have to be you, enjoy what you do, and you will actually be great. But that is when I found out that my brand has a great market value. Go again. So if you're not following I want you guys to head over to YouTube to follow Moya Moya's Kitchen. A matter of fact, I'm on my journey to 1,000 subscribers. I'm almost there. I'm at 900. So with the World Denver Organization, I know for a fact that all of you wonderful people will be heading over to subscribe. I think we have another question.
Okay, what are some popular dishes in Jamaica that you like to prepare?
All right, so for me, so the question is, what are some of the popular dishes in Jamaica that I love to prepare? All right, so for my appetizer, what I love to prepare, I have bami with aki is a beautiful appetizer. So what I usually do is to cut my bamis in strips, some small tiny finger food type, right? Very small. And then I'm going to top it. You can top it with kalaloo. You can top it with your ackee and saltfish. So I tend to do that. For my appetite, for my main course, I love pasta. So pasta is something that I'm always doing. And for my dessert, of course, I usually run for bread pudding, Oreo cheesecake, that type of thing. So ackee and saltfish, kalaloo, anything like that, good. It is Jamaica. It's spelled Jamaica, right? So yes, that's some of the dishes that I actually love. Any other questions? They're good?
I'm not sure. Did somebody already ask where did you grow up?
So I grew up in the cool parish of Manchester, all the way in Mandeville. So yes, I'm from Manchester, Jamaica. What do I love about cooking? So that's another question. So what do I love about cooking? Of course, we have to eat. People, we have to eat on a daily basis. And to provide your body with all that nutrients instead of starving yourself. At times I might do it, but you know, a girl gotta cook to eat, okay? And to stay healthy. So yeah.
So what about breadfruit? Do you have any special breadfruit dishes that you like to prepare?
All right. So I remember trying this breadfruit cup one time. So what I did, the person are asking about the breadfruit recipes, right? Or breadfruit dish that I have tried. So what I did was to roast the breadfruit, and then you cut out in the middle and you have some stuffing, and then what you do, you just cut it, and whatever stuffing you have inside, that is done. A lot of time we have like breadfruit chips. You can do chips with your breadfruit, which I realize, not Jerome, Javion, Jay is doing his breadfruit chips. And people, I know you're all tasting. I mean, we in Jamaica, we have not tasted the greatness just yet, but we know that it is coming. So breadfruit, we can do chips. We can use it as a main course or appetizer. Some of the time we might fry it and all of that. Yes. Now, people, I am smelling our reggae chicken breast. It smells so good. It is smelling so good. Like, probably if I go with the patois or the dialect, you won't understand. But for our Jamaicans who will understand, the pot smell nice. For our Denver organization persons, it is smelling lovely. It is smelling so good. I know that you'll be doing it at home, so you'll be tasting the different flavors and all that will be coming. Another question?
Okay, what is your favorite Jamaican fruit?
Fruits?
Yep.
So the question is, what are my favorite Jamaican fruits? I love mangoes. I love melon. I love pineapples. Yes, pineapples, they are very good. Now, also, people, what I want you to understand, like on my Instagram page, every single Friday, I do a feature or series called Food Fact Friday. And that is where we learn about our Jamaican fruits. So we did like banana, we did pineapples, we did different items, different food items, because it is very important for you to know the facts about what you're eating, about your food. So we can go on the page. So that is really what I like. So I like pineapple, mangoes, melon. Yes. So what are the best food for a person? So for our vegetarians, there are always substitutes. So for example, you have mushroom. I realize persons start to do mushroom. They're frying their mushroom and they're saying that it tastes like chicken. I'm not sure how true that is, but I will take it for person. So you can substitute your fried chicken for fried mushroom. It is basically the same steps that you need to do. For example, you have your breadcrumbs, you have your wet and your dry rub, and then you do it just like when you're frying your chicken. So fried mushroom, you have veggie chunks. We have that here in Jamaica. We have our veggie chunks, and there's no limitation to what you can do with your veggie chunks. You can curry it, you can stew it, you can barbecue it, you can do just about anything with your veggie chunks as it relates to you can substitute like your meat, you can substitute your cheese and those type of things for vegan. So they do have the alternative. So they have vegan milk, they have vegan cheese and all of that. So you don't have to worry about if you're a vegan and you don't know what to eat or what you can eat. So yes. Any other questions? All right, so person are asking, what are some of my favorite seasonal dishes? So now that we have mango, it is mango time in Jamaica. And what I did the other day was to create a mango chutney. And I used that chutney to prepare our fish. Now, a lot of times, person might like, why would you need to put chutney on seafood? No, you need to try it. Like, it is beautiful. So what I did, I used my ripe mangoes and I cut it up and I add my spices and stuff like that. So and that is very important too for you to understand that your seasonal fruits, you're to use them as much as possible. So for my mangoes, I tend to use for mango chutney, for smoothies. For example, tamarind. That is a good tamarind makes good cheesecake. Like it's really nice. So if you like cheesecake, you can use that for tamarind. You can use tamarind juice. There's so many different things. So like tamarind and mango, that is one of my favorite seasonal fruits, and I always use that to do different dishes. Yes. Any other questions? All right. Now for I don't really have a chef book per se. I really actually don't have one. But what I usually do, a chef, her name is Greedy Girl Cooks, right? I really love her dishes. And she's a Jamaican blogger, food blogger, and she has some really lovely dishes and recipes. So she have a vlog where she share her recipes, and then she have a YouTube channel. So I was really inspired by Greedy Girl Cooks on YouTube and on Instagram. Yes. So our chicken is coming and we're going to prepare our sauce in a few, right? And that's where you'll be using your milk and your white wine. You're coming? Nice. Any other questions? Follow me on YouTube. If you're not following me on YouTube, you should at Moya Moy's Kitchen. Now we have our chef back with us, and he'll be preparing or telling us the steps for our sauce. So we're going to prepare our sauce now.
Now our sauce is white wine Chardonnay sauce. So first we saute garlic with olive oil, chop onion, with the scallion. Then we're gonna reduce, or then we're gonna add our white wine to that. Reduce it to half a portion, we then follow. Then we're gonna add our heavy cream to it, which is our cooking cream.
Oh, they're not hearing? All right. So what you want to do for your sauce, he said we're going to use some garlic and some onions, right? Chop garlic, chop onions.
And a little olive oil, like about 2 teaspoons of olive oil.
Okay.
Allow that to saute. Then we're gonna add our white wine. Allow the white wine to reduce to half a portion. To allow the alcohol to, we're gonna add our heavy cream. Allow our heavy cream to reduce to half a portion. Add some milk to it. Allow it to reduce, then add your salt and pepper, the chopped basil, and
the spices just, and you're good to go. That's it, people. That is it. For your white, yes. So what cheese are you using? The same goat cheese?
For the cheese
what
sauce?
cheese? Yes, for the cheese
Usually
sauce.
we usually use Parmesan cheese for the cheese
Oh,
sauce.
okay. Okay, good. So are we clear with the sauce? Everybody is clear with the sauce, how it is done? So we saute our garlic and our onions, and we're going to add our white wine. Now, you don't want all of that alcohol content. You're going to let it reduce for a few seconds, not a long time. And then what you want to do is to add your heavy cream. Now, when you add your heavy cream, you're going to add your spices, and that is salt, black pepper, some basil, and then you're going to add your cheese, and we are using Parmesan cheese.
That's right.
So that's it for our sauce.
That's
That's it. So we're going to prepare.
And your pinch of salt.
Yes, so we have that. So we're all clear with our sauce. They're good? They're good? Sounds good. So we're going to prepare the sauce.
Yes.
Alrighty.
So we're gonna do a cocktail.
Okay.
So
Okay, no problem.
let me get your sauce prepared.
Alrighty.
Right back.
Filling these. Salt and black pepper. Just stir this. Take this too. Sorry. So yes, so chef is preparing his sauce right now. And if you have any questions, you can go straight ahead.
Sure. Could you do another lesson making the mango chutney with fish?
All right, so for our mango chutney, let us go. Let's enjoy this preparation time. So what I did, so for my mango chutney, what I use some mangoes. And what you want to do is to dice your mangoes or make your mangoes in cubes. Now what you want to add is to your pot is some vinegar. So you're going to add a small amount of vinegar, and you're going to add some spices to your vinegar. So I add paprika, garlic, onions. If you have Scotch bonnet pepper at home or hot chili peppers. And what you're basically doing is to boil those for a few minutes, and then you're going to add your mangoes. So after that, after you make your mango chutney, what I use and what I usually use and I love using is salmon instead of fish. But if you have your fish, you can use it, but I usually use salmon. And what I did was to burn a little garlic. So saute, not burn, sorry. So saute a little garlic and onion with some peppers. And then what you're going to do is to just add your mango chutney to that sauce, right? So you add your mango chutney to it, and then you're going to add your salmon. But before you add your salmon, what you need to do is just to fry it a little bit in some butter. So you fry it for about, and you know that salmon is also one of those quick type of seafood to prepare. So it takes like probably 5 minutes also. So you fry it for a little bit in some butter, and after that is finished, what you want to do is to just add that to your mango chutney. And you need to reduce that with a little bit of water because you need a sauce, you need some sauce. So what you do basically is to prepare you saute your garlic, your onions, your pepper, add your mango chutney to that. And what you want to do is to just add a small amount of water, and then you pour your salmon inside, or put your salmon inside, and you allow that to cook for another 5 to 7 minutes, and you're good. If you go onto my Instagram, there is actually, I did a live where I did the preparation process for the mango chutney and also the salmon. So what I can do, if you head on over to my Instagram page, my Instagram handle at moy_moy, you can see that live where I actually did a demonstration of how to prepare the mango chutney with our salmon. Yes. Any other questions? Somebody's asking, does Moya do catering events or products? So yes, so I actually have a big birthday party event coming in September where I'll be doing a few dishes and stuff like that. So I do catering for events. So yes, so you can actually contact me on my social media pages. So Facebook and Instagram is a good way of contacting me. We can get a little bit more personal there where I share my contact and stuff if you want for catering. So yes. Go again, is there a question? And also, so weekly what I do, I sell pastries. So I do Oreo cheesecake, I do carrot cakes, I do banana bread. Now my bread pudding is the hit. Like quite a few persons always love the bread pudding, and I think that is what I sell the most, the bread pudding. And people at World Denver Organization, if you want to know how to prepare our local Jamaican bread pudding, Jamaican style, you need to head over on YouTube. There's a video, a step-by-step tutorial on how to prepare your bread pudding. It's really good, the real Jamaican way. So yes, so you can order your pastries. I'm sorry persons overseas cannot taste this goodness, but if you follow the steps on YouTube, it will taste just like what I have here, because pastry is not really a good thing to send overseas, right? Any other questions? So persons are asking, what's the vision? What's the vision for Moya Moya's Kitchen? Now, in the pipeline, or with my dreams and aspiration, I'll be having a food truck that will be going all across Jamaica to do different meals and different lunches with things that you don't usually see in a restaurant. So for a few weeks ago, what I prepared, and I think it has a buzz, it got a little buzzy on social media, was we use corned beef, otherwise known as bully beef in Jamaica. So with corned beef, what I used, and I created a wrap, and also we did nachos with our corned beef. So you might have your beef at home, but here in Jamaica, we might have corned beef at home, and that's what I use. So we'll be doing these little dishes that you might not see every single day, right? And that's what I want to do. So in the pipeline, I want to have a food truck, and I see Moya Moya's Kitchen going large, going international, going to different countries, just to prepare different meals and all of that, for you to taste the goodness of our Jamaican country, or Jamaican culture. Yes. Any other question? Yes, go ahead. The milk versus the heavy cream. Okay. Now with the milk, you will have to get the milk, because it's a cheese sauce, so you want it really thick, right? So what you want to do is to use your heavy cream versus your milk. However, if you have your regular milk, you'll have to add more cheese, right? So for people want us to go through the steps again. So what you have your onions and your garlic chopped, and what you want to do is just to saute that in a small amount of olive oil. So right, you saute your seasoning, your garlic, and your onions in olive oil for a few seconds, and then you're going to add your white wine. After you add your white wine, you're going to allow that to cook for a small amount, because you want to reduce the alcohol that is in it. So you add your white wine to it. You're going to add your heavy cream. After you add your heavy cream, you're going to add your cheese, and we actually use Parmesan cheese. Now, what you also want to do is to add your salt and black pepper and your basil just to spice it up and add some flavor to your cheese sauce. So that is basically what we use for our cheese sauce.
All right, another question. What global have influenced Jamaica?
So what global, and I think pasta is one of those international dish that we have here, and like a lot of persons are now, when you go to restaurants to dine and stuff, one of the first things that persons always go for is pasta. And it is it is expensive. It can be expensive, but it's one of the easiest meals to be prepared here at home, right? So I think the pasta, chicken, shrimp, I think that is one of the international dish that has influenced us in Jamaica, the Jamaican culture. And we put our twist to it because we have persons have their jerk chicken pasta, which we might not always have. I get to understand that World Denver organization is on Moy Moy's Kitchen Live. Welcome to our world. Thank you for joining. Yes. Yes. So do we have any other questions?
All right. How has tourism and the restaurant in Jamaica been impacted by the COVID-19?
I think it had a large impact. Okay, so the question is, how has the tourism and restaurants in Jamaica how was it impacted by the COVID? No, I think the entire world was impacted by COVID, and I think we have lost a lot of revenues from our tourist sector, because as we know that tourism is one of Jamaica's number one, and it was affected in a lot of ways because we did not have our tourists coming in, we did not have that type of attraction because of COVID. But now that we have opened our doors, we have quite a few persons coming back to visit and all of that. So I think it was affected in a huge way, and not just Jamaica, but the entire world was affected by COVID-19. Yes. So I'm guessing that persons are now preparing their sauce. They're at that stage where you're preparing your sauce. So after you fry your chicken and you prepare your sauce, and what is good to serve this with? If you have mashed potatoes, that's an excellent starch, so to speak, to use for your chicken. So mashed potatoes is good. If you have fries, you can go ahead with that. What I love to do also is to use sweet potatoes. So just like how I do my mashed potatoes, I use my sweet potatoes the same way by adding your cheese, your butter. So after you boil it and it is pretty soft, you add your butter, your milk, and a little bit of salt, and then you're good to go. So that is a good way, or that is something good to use for your reggae chicken breast. Yes. Go again. And also, if for example you went on Moya Moya's Kitchen on YouTube and you decide to try one of those meals, you can tag me and use the hashtag, because this is the hashtag, and you need to join the kitchen gang. So at Moya Moya's Kitchen, you become a part of the kitchen gang, right? And that is what I have on my shirt here. So join the kitchen gang family where we share our recipes, and you become a part of our family. Everybody will know that you're joining the fun, because we just a cook. And in Jamaica, that means we are just cooking. Like we don't business what happen. We are just cooking. We just a cook. And we are ready, people. We are ready. Nice. So ready now? So we're going to serve. They want to probably plate one of them, and then we show. So probably, and then show them yeah. So do one, and then we show them what it is like. Sorry. So basically what we have our chicken breast, we have, as I mentioned, potatoes. So we have some fried sweet potatoes here, and we have our vegetables, right? So that's what we're going to serve it with. Go ahead. You are going to cut the chicken? Okay. Go ahead.
So we're gonna slice it on a square color. Sauce.
Nice. Yep.
Vegetables.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Nice. So there we have our stuffed callaloo, our reggae chicken breast.
Lovely and delicious.
Yes, go ahead. So we have our tasters here, people, and they're going to tell us what it is like. Yes. So I guess they can be, yeah. So you can be seated.
Okay, so we're gonna do cocktail.
Yes. Rakesh, you don't have to. You don't have to. All right. See, the ice. All right. To cook. Start tasting so that the people them know how it is. Let world them gonna know how good your stuffed chicken tastes. All right, go on, let me shake that, and you go and serve the others. Shake, 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 shake. Woo! That's it, right? Come on. Everything. Try to cook them. To cook them. Let's see. What happened? Oh. How did we prepare our potatoes? So basically, or did you boil the potatoes? No.
Slice it very thin.
Uh-huh.
And I starch. I put some cold water.
Okay.
To release the starch from it. Then I fried it.
Oh. So did we hear that? So for our potatoes, what we did, you slice your potatoes really thin. So you need thin slices of potatoes. And what you're going to do is to fry it for a few seconds. So you get rid of all your starch, and then you're going to fry for a small amount of minutes, and then it is crispy. And then you add a little bit of carrots and some fresh basil, I think basil, and then you're good to go. You're welcome. Push this around. Mm-hmm. You're welcome. Yeah. So persons are enjoying the meal. That's it?
I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
You're enjoying it, Chef.
That's it, people. Thank you guys for joining in. Thank you guys so much. And we're definitely going to save the live. I'm going to save the live so that persons can rewatch. So bye. Until then, goodbye.
Thank you guys for watching.
We're not finished with the it, so.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Lamoya. Thank you, Chef Jerome. That looks fantastic. And I want to say, as someone who's been mostly inside their house for 5 months, being transferred tonight to beautiful Montego Bay and to escape a little bit, learn about the food, learn about the ways in which you prepare it, and to just, even from afar, get a chance to enjoy at least looking at it. It is an amazing meal, and we want to thank you so much for the time you put in to prepare all this for us tonight, and then to present it to us here in Denver. I wish we can be there. We all want to be there and not here, I'll tell you that. I just want to say thank you to everyone who joined us, both on Zoom and also on the Facebook Lives, in which we were broadcasting tonight. Please join World Denver, keep up with everything we're doing, including we have some new speaker opportunities coming up in July and August. Ambassador Bill Taylor to speak on the Ukraine in the end of July, and then Ambassador Charles Ray to speak on race and diplomacy in August, as well as a fireside chat on career opportunities brought to us by the Young Professionals Program. I especially want to thank Jay and Just Chill. And Jay, this is a great program, and thanks for all you did to put it together, and an encouragement for everyone to join our Young Professionals Program, to keep up with our Young Professionals Program on all your social media platforms. And one last plug to follow Lamoya Moy on all of her platforms. What an incredibly talented vlogger and cook and chef, and we'll all be keeping up with the amazing things she's going to be doing moving forward. So thank you all tonight. Hopefully you all are enjoying your food now, or if you aren't tonight, you'll be enjoying it over the weekend. And thanks. It's great to see you all tonight, and we'll see you all again soon.